A very good morning, everyone. My name is Ong Li Xuan. Then today we will be going through our discussion for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which is shorter of UN SDGs. There is a 17 of the United Goals, and today the goals I will be selected for the discussion is the goal 2, which is the zero hunger. So now let's moving on to the introduction of the goal. So as I mentioned just now, it is part of the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And it is the title, it is one to end hunger, achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustained agriculture. And the setup of the goal is to address the global challenge and improve the life of people around the world. So it is one to help the human to facing all the global challenges in the earth and also want to improve the life quality. So here is the vision and the missions. The goal set out is still today is more than 600 million people worldwide are protected to face hunger in 2030. And also in this our country currently there is more climate change and the global challenges which is lead to a higher food price and the food price still continue to be increasing. So there will be cause a lot of issues will let people facing hunger issues. So according to the analysis, it is shown that one in three of the people will be facing hunger issues. Also, many people facing the issues of malnutrition issues. There is not only people they are can't eat, they also facing out of the nutrition in their food. Next. Now we will be coming to our explanations. So here is the some of the explanation of the chosen SGD2. So also first one is the end hunger. So it is one to create a world with everyone has enough to eat and can thrive. It also want to ensure everyone has the opportunity to lead healthy and productive lives. Not only just to eat food to fulfill our stomachs and let us feeling full. We also need to consume nutritious food also ensure our healthy. Like for example, in Africa, they only eat to let themselves live and getting full. So they eat the cookie which made by the dirt and the rubbish. It is one in this goal we will want to make sure them also have a healthy food to conduct a healthy life. Second is the achieve food security. So the result of the goal is to help to ensure the availability of the food. And also we want to achieving food security in both addressing issues such as food availability, access utilization and stability. Because during the worldwide issues, also during the climate change, also during the conflict, the food security is very important because the food security helps to ensure our availability of food storage. Also, the food availability increase help people to gain food. Also, the access and the utilizations helps to control the stability of the food. So the utilizations, for example, like the storage, the underground storage for the food, and also the stability is related to the agriculture. So the agriculture helps to continue the productivity of the food like during the farmer we can farm the rice also the vegetables and other organic plant food. Next is we will be talk about the improved nutrition. As we mentioned just now, the food is not only just help us to gain food to help us fulfill our stomach, just we also need to make ourselves nutrition and lead us to the healthy life. So in this the aspect of the goals is help us to promote nutritious food is essential for good health and well-being. Eating healthy way is promoted such as organic foods. And also not only just improve nutrition helps is just to related to the agriculture food. It also needs to want to tell people to stop contribute to eating the stop consuming the fast food also such as the McDonald's, KFC. We are promoting a more healthy life. Also want to make ourselves nutritious. Next, so one of the aspects is the promote sustainable agriculture. So it is adopting practices that maintain or enhance productivity while minimizing negative impacts of the environment. For example, just now as I mentioned, the organic foods, they also have investigate on the way of the farming in order to minimize the impacts to the least to the environment. It is also want to support the rural livelihoods and resilience to the climate change. Next, here are some the real life example. So here we are coming to our first real life example. So here is the advertisement of and poster of the Zero Hunger set up. So they have set up the title that by 2030 we want to ensure access by all people to safe, nutritious and sufficient food all around. So this activity has been held by World Food Programme (WFP). It is focuses on providing food assistance to those in need, improving access to nutritious food, and supporting smallholder farmers to increase their productivity to income. And also, the project also works to strengthen the resilience of communities to food crises and emergencies, such as drought and conflicts. As I mentioned just now, during the conflicts, there are many people are facing the issues of lack of food. So this project also want to ensure people have enough of the productivity of the food to ensure their food coming. Also to ensure they have contribute the issues of food hunger to the list. Next, the second example of the real life example is the activity with contribute by the African Green Revolution Forum. It is short form by AGRF. So it is the platform that brings together stakeholders in the agriculture. And also the AGRF has been focuses on their activities which is focuses on increasing agricultural productivity, improving access to markets and finance for the small farmers and promoting sustainable agriculture practices. As the as follow as the photo of the icon of the AGRF, it is most properly focusing on the area of Africa. The forum the forum facilitates the partnerships and collaboration between governments, for example, the private sector, the research institution, and so on for the civil society. And it is one to drive the agriculture transformation in Africa. So after, so actually in their real life, if we can go through from the news, AGRF helps to improve and boost the GDP and also and the food storage of the Africa. It has been successfully increases by 3%. Also, African Green Revolution Front is still very active until now. Their main goal is to mostly improving the agriculture markets on the Africa, and they also have the plan to furthermore expand their activities to other country. But until now, they are still currently most probably are focusing on the Africa area, and they have been focusing their activity on the organic plants. They also has been spend their profit that have been plant from the organic plant and donate to the disaster. Also, then donate to the refugees organizations. And now we are coming to the last part for our discussion will be discussed, and we will be discussing for the issues or the challenges facing by the goal two, which is the zero end hunger. Yeah, here are the challenges and issues we will be facing during these four aspects. So first is the conflict and instability. So for the conflict, political instability and the violences in our real life example, it will be lead to disruption of the food system, which will also leading to the food shortage and the hunger. And for example, in the Iraq, in the Africa, and also in the Ukraine. So in this conflicted affected area, we can see that the issues of the lack out of food, also the people are facing no water production, also facing hunger issues. And so humanitarian access to deliver food and also will be challenging. then it's very hard for others to send food during the transportation. They can't provide food and can't help them. So it is a very challenges issues. And the second issues is the climate change. So climate change is cannot be avoided, it is unavoidable. So it poses a significant threat to a food security. So for example, the extreme weather change. So the weather changing, like for example, the rainfall pattern and rising temperature, like the greenhouse effect. So these effects have been lead to the affections in the crop yields and the livestock productions, and also will be leading to the issues of food shortage and the price volatility of the food. So now the climate change has been caused our food to be getting more and more higher prices. Then the third issues we are coming to a lack of infrastructure. Like the issues of lack of infrastructure examples are including the roads, facility storage, and the market issues. So this can hinder the efficient of the production and destruction of the food, and especially in the rural areas. So lack of infrastructure is a very big issue. It also will be leading by the caused by the issue of the lack of money, and also this will be relating to the political issues. It is a very complicated and difficult issues during this challenge. And we will be discuss the political issues for the next point. So now we have coming to our last point for the issues or challenges. It is about the policy and the governments. So in these issues, the weak governments, corruption, and lack of political will be handle the implementation of the effective policies and program to address food security and nutrition. For example, the governments didn't pay attention to the issues of zero hunger, so they don't want to spend money for the investment to the to improve the food security system. So this will be let the issues will be more complicated and very hard to resolve. And also there are so many complicated issues will lead to it. Like for the governments in Africa, the governments did not take part and also don't want to pay attention and investment to the issues of the agriculture. So that's why the activity of promoting the agriculture sector is very hard. And now we have coming to our last part for our presentation is the conclusions. So after going through this presentation, we have get the conclusion of to achieve the SDG 2, which is the zero hunger, will be it is really requiring the cooperation by the global and the partnerships. Also, the achievement of the end of hunger will also lead to the economic growth. So that's all for my presentation part. Thank you so much for paying your attention. Thank you.